Meet in front of the turbo lift.
You're late entirely too often, Captain. Please be more punctual.
Seriously?
You were 12 minutes, 2 seconds late for that rendezvous, 2 minutes, 33 seconds late another time, and 38 seconds late for breakfast today.
Give me a break. 38 seconds doesn't count as late.
If someone were to perform their duty 38 seconds late during an operation, what would you say then?
You win. I'll be more careful.
Front of the turbo lift.
You were late again this morning.
What? I arrived at almost the same time as Victor.
Victor arrived 1 second early. You, on the other hand, were 4 seconds late.
4 seconds is enough for you to get on my case?
Imagine we're in battle. You give an order to change the ship's course, and the crew tarries 4 seconds before acting. Do we survive?
Fine, fine. Jeez. I'm sorry. My bad.
I would be mad. I'd get irritated. I'd get super irritated. 4 seconds? Come on now. Jeez, Mom. Right.
In front of the inn.
Wow, you sure seem like you're in a good mood.
That would be because I just received a letter from someone.
And what kind of letter was it? A love letter?
Yes, it even came with some hair.
That's not a love letter at all. That's something a stalker would send.
That's nothing to rejoice over.
You know, I have been sensing a presence behind me of late.
Aha! So it is from a stalker.
I think you might be right. It must only be a stalker. What a relief.
You okay?
I'm fine with this. As long as it's from a human. I mean, I'm used to stalkers after all.
You're used to them?
You've had a tough life, haven't you?
What the heck? Okay. Time for some drum set.
Thinking back to before all this. Back to when I couldn't remember anything. Even though I didn't know what was happening at the time, Fidel and Miki were there for me. Everyone was there for me, even though they didn't have to be. Exploring this big new world, meeting a lot of different people, and just doing all these interesting things. All these things I never could have done at the laboratory. All these helped me to get my memory back. I'm so happy I got to do all this. But the whole time I've been out experiencing the world, my sister has been all by herself, all alone in that cold, scary place. She thought she had gotten away. She thought she was finally free. But then, they captured her again. Maybe I couldn't have done anything about it. But still, I want to see my sister again. I want to say sorry for leaving her alone. No one should have to go through what she did.
That was not the speech of a little girl. That was definitely not the speech of a little girl. That was too sophisticated. That was too sophisticated and philosophical.
Meet in front of the turbo lift.
Fakereed is a nice place, isn't it?
It is.
I get the sense that there's something there we forgot about long ago.
Every time I go to an underdeveloped planet, I'm struck by how vastly different the cultures on it are from the last. What every planet does have in common, however, is that they are overflowing with energy from their native life forms. There is still so much we can learn from them.
Agreed. I'm glad we were able to visit this planet.
Convene in front of the inn.
Oh, crap. I don't know his size. What should I do?
Oh, you're shopping for someone, I see. Boy, how nice it'd be if I got something from you. Yep.
Go away. You're not helping.
You're not helping.
There was a dog over there. It was wagging its tail a lot.
Dogs wag their tails as a sign of goodwill. They're smart animals.
Goodwill? Like when they like you?
Yes.
If only you had a tail, Mr. Soldier. It'd be easier to understand you.
Ah, I see.
Oh man. There's moments where I love Lily. And then there's moments where I go, why is she talking like that?
In front of the turbo lift.
Emerson, you can't look Anne in the eye, right?
No, that's not true. Not at all.
I know this one. Here, you'd say Anne has you whipped.
Whoa, who taught you that phrase? Was it Miki? It was Miki, wasn't it?
Emerson, you're scary.
In front of the inn.
Once this is all over, do you think we'll be able to return home to Sthal?
I'm sure we can, once this is done with.
When that time comes, the two of us will go back together, right?
Of course.
I was feeling lonely for a bit, but I'm better now. And it's all because you said we'll be together for it. Fidel, even though you can't go home, you're not lonely?
I'm really lonely, but I'm trying my best to deal with it. I still have business to take care of before going home.
That sounds like me.
Then how about we deal with it together?
Okay.
Goodness, Chris.
This should be a good warm-up.
What can they all be?
Adele.
Hardly worth it.
Must use
Okay.
this gift to protect
Made
others.
it.
Could have been worse, I guess.
On fire and I use this gift.
Now my
That was
clothes are all
scary.
dirty.
That was maybe an 80 out
That
of
was
100.
scary.
The more skillful I get, the more charming I become.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, how I've waited to see you in person rather than through a screen, Captain Kenny.
Don't get ahead of yourself, General.
Little girl, have you no intention of returning to my side? And you, whelp, you wish to join me?
I want to be with Fidel and Miki, not you.
Who would ever take the side of a man who uses children as tools? People's lives aren't toys for you to play with.
The time for talk has ended. Theria, bestow your power upon me!
Really? Theria!
Vice Director!
Yes, sir.
Theria! No, sis. I have no sister. Your orders, General. Theria.
Lend me your power, minion! Victory here shall prove the veracity of my creed!
He should die.
Such
Yeah,
easy
no.
prey.
Are you ready to die?
How should I know?
What's the matter? I thought you were supposed to shoot. We can easily replicate the checking the necessary system. Take a good long look. This is the face of the man who symbolic.
We have no other choice.
Get up. Get up, Aurelia. You're just gonna leave your sister like this? I'll catch you no matter how many times you fall. Get up. Take control of your own future with Theria.
Anywhere in the universe.
Don't turn Theria back to her normal self.
I'll do it. I'll be the one to save my sister.
What?
Okay, time to throw everything we've got at him.
Principle in mind.
Well, now we know this will not be a dull affair. Very well. It is time. Behold the results of our latest symbological research.
malignant replication?
Your lives are now forfeit!
Please, sir, if we go any further, we'll obliterate the subject's gestalt.
Do it! How dare you! Get out of my way, you worthless cretin!
No, sis.
He absorbed it. We could have just stopped him. We was in the middle of fighting him, and we let him walk all the way up.
Why did I not do this in the first place? Such consummate power coursing through my veins. How invigorating! with your last breaths. Prostrate yourselves before me!
Try to neutralize their force field one more time, kiddo, please!
You're all going to attack my sister, right? No, I can't do it. Aurelia, do you want your sister to be like that forever? I know. You can do it.
You still have an objective to complete.
I applaud your will to rise, well. Too bad you'll just be cut back down.
Open your eyes, Feria, please!
No!
Aurelia, I beg of you. Please, please kill me.
Don't run away! Fight! Fight against his control! Break free of it!
Silence, whelp!
I believe in you, Aurelia. I always have. And I know you can rise up with Feria if you truly want to.
We can beat this man if we fight together, Feria. I believe in you, sis. And I believe in both of you. I do.
You don't have to deal with stuff
You
like this.
bastard, Fidel!
It
I
was
see
just
now that you are my
walking
real
to the
enemy all along!
That, and your execution.
Tide of battle my way! Tide of battle my way! That's your number! Hunter's move! Tide of battle my way! In the wind! Tide of battle my way! In the wind! Hunter's move! Air! Who did this to you? Hunter's move! Discipline the tide of battle my way! Yeah!
Hunter's move! Stand back and let the adults do their job. Energy first!
We did win, didn't we?
Yes, that we did.
His strength is dwindling.
His wave patterns are getting astonishingly small.
Luna! Chris! Kronos is destined to crumble! Should I perish here?
Brawn alone can't win all wars.
Likewise, my fascist assailants. I'll be observing your lot from on high. Repudiation to you. Honor to Kronos!
Adele, thanks a lot. I didn't back down at all. I did all I could. Me and Relia.
Yeah, you prevailed.
Promise you will. Look after my baby sister?
I certainly do. Relia deserves a good life. A caring, maybe mentoring dad. Like Beryl was when I was young.
Relia, I'm so sorry. What's more, I should thank you. My wish was answered due to your... grow up and be... the joyous girl I couldn't. Varian, no!
Is she a
Don't be so
hologram?
sad. Since I'll be with you in your heart.
Nobody else didn't die that way in this game. Not a single person. She fused with her. She didn't have to die. She literally didn't have to die.
Don't be so sad. Since I'll be with you in your heart.
All she had to do is use her time magic, heal herself like really did with us. It should have been good. That was pointless.
Captain's log. Space date, November 7, 537. Our mission in the Faithlessness system has concluded. With the death of its leader, General Alma, the rebellion collapsed in upon itself. As the coup d'etat ended in abject failure, the Kronos government was able to regain its authority. Days later, President Mutal declared that Kronos would join the Pan-Galactic Federation, thus swelling our ranks and leaving one fewer enemy. I have a feeling, however, that there will be repercussions from this incident that last for quite some time. In my opinion, it is now abundantly clear that the Federation is at a major crossroads. It is only a matter of time, I assume, before we must re-evaluate the form we wish the Federation to henceforth take. Kronos was officially inducted into the Pan-Galactic Federation. And while the Kronos incident that engendered the Alliance was certainly noteworthy, it was not the only seminal event of Space Date 537. The year also became known for various progressive reforms, which would serve as defining points of Federation policy for years to come. Faithlessness' fate regarding the Federation was officially decided today. Because the planet is not sufficiently civilized, it will not be recognized as a legitimate member of the Federation. As we influenced the planet to a great extent, though, it was designated a protectorate. I plan to ask Command to appoint Victor the Inspector General of Faithlessness. I cannot imagine there is anyone else in the galaxy better suited to the job than him. Now that I mention one Faithlessian, I should probably record what happened to the rest. Everyone involved in the incident immigrated to Earth. After all they'd experienced of the outside world, we couldn't simply let them return to an underdeveloped planet. Besides, they unanimously decided to come of their own accord, which is what I was hoping for anyway. Miki's currently studying her heart out to become a science officer. According to Anne, she's got a real knack for this sort of thing. Already understanding the basics of symbology doesn't hurt either. If there's anything that holds her back, though, it's reading and writing. You can't be too hard on her, as she didn't grow up with the Terran syllabary, but she still has a long road ahead of her. Victor was able to enlist in the Federation's military, and based upon his distinguished record, he was appointed as an instructor. Considering he's a citizen of an underdeveloped planet, this is a historic accomplishment for him. Personally, I'd like to see Command put him in charge of overseeing his home planet, but the decision ultimately rests with him. Thanks in part to an endorsement from Dr. Crew, Fiore was accepted as a researcher in the newly built Symbological Genetics Laboratory on Moonbase. I say accepted, but the whole facility was basically established for her sake. Her knowledge surpasses even our own scientists in some areas, so I assume they're more than happy to take advantage of her genius. There's no way they won't make at least a few breakthroughs with her working on their team. All is quiet on the Anne front, as she continues to work as a science officer aboard the Charles D. Gold. Her looks are what sealed the deal for me when hiring her, but I'll be damned if she isn't one capable science officer. Once I'm finally given my new assignment, I won't hesitate to bring her along. As for me, the myriad and valiant deeds I performed in quelling the Kronos Rebellion earned me a promotion. Nothing's official yet, but word around the water cooler is that I'll become an admiral. To think, me, with my own fleet. What's more, the ship they'll assign me won't be any ordinary one. It'll supposedly be equipped with some rather snazzy technology, of an experimental and gravitic warp kind. I guess this goes to show, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few rules.
That proves it. Emerson was the main character.
Fidel's now diligently studying to become an officer in the Federation's military. Truth be told, we'd already accept him as a foot soldier, but he says he won't settle for anything less than being a crewman on a battleship. Now, I'm not one to balk at lending my friends a hand, but this is a battle he needs to fight on his own. Prove that I was right to believe in you and get your butt up here, Fidel.
Hey there. Your snack's ready.
Excellent. Be there when this is done.
You'll burn out studying like that.
Miki, you barely try at all. I bet you'll never transcend Emerson or Anne like that.
What about just being your wife?
What did you say?
Nothing. Nothing important. I said we should both try our hardest.
Yeah, let's. Great. Finished. I'll take that snack now.
And who can forget about Relia? In the aftermath of all this, the Federation Academy of the Sciences was about to effectively imprison her. Why? In the name of scientific inquisition, supposedly. Of course, Fidel and Miki were livid and planned to steal her back. Before they could do anything rash, though, Fiore and Dr. Crew presented some interesting findings. Mainly that Little Miss Sunshine's presence was not necessary for the Academy's studies to continue. With the threat of living like a lab rat now behind her, Relia resides peacefully under Fidel's custody. I can only hope she finds happiness as a normal girl.
Thanks a lot, Fidel. Dear sis, I couldn't be any luckier.
Is it done yet?